Hello everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel Premiere Next. In this video, you are going to get all information related to latest updates of the game Indiana Jones. About the game Indiana Jones. Insight about an Indiana Jones game was uncovered barely a year prior. We're still energetically anticipating more data about the task. The declaration came looking like a captivating secret trailer from Bethesda that shocked all of us back in January 2021, yet we haven't learned substantially more since. We're holding out trust that 2022 could be the year we see a greater amount of the new archaeological experience game. What we cannot deny is that the Indiana Jones game is being created by Machine Games, the studio behind the rebooted Wolfenstein series, as a team with Lucasfilm Games. The Authority declaration on StarWars.com likewise guarantees that we're set to see a completely unique, independent story set at the tallness of the profession of the acclaimed globetrotter. That stature of the vocation bit proposes you can cross angsty adolescent Jones or grizzled old Jones off your Indiana Jones game bingo cards. Beneath, we've assembled all that we are familiar the Bethesda Indiana Jones game. The developer of the game Indiana Jones. The new Indiana Jones game is a coordinated effort among Machine Games and Lucasfilm Games. We're fostering another Indiana Jones computer game. Machine Games tweeted. As enormous aficionados of the establishment, it's a gigantic distinction for us to make a fresh out-of-the-box new Indiana Jones game with a totally unique story. We're exceptionally energized and can hardly wait to share more from now on. Machine Games is known for its reboot of the Wolfenstein series, so it has insight with characters who like punching extremists, and it's almost certain that the Indiana Jones game will be first individual, and weighty on the activity. Indiana Jones is additionally well known for his experiences with the Nazis, and Machine Games has had some good times tracking down new and terrible ways of dispatching history's most prominent scoundrels in the Wolfenstein games. BJ Blazkowicz has utilized everything from laser weapons to a super fighter body with worked-in braces. It's reasonable Indiana Jones will adhere to more customary techniques for battling extremists, utilizing his whip, his gun, and his talent for endurance to take on any adversaries he might experience. Indiana Jones game teaser. The declaration of the new Indiana Jones game came as a secret video that was pressed loaded with enticing clues about where the Indiana Jones game could take us. There are bunches of things we'd hope to see: an identification, the cap, the whip. More interesting gives off an impression of being a boarding pass to Rome and the date 1937. That date puts the game's timetable between the occasions of Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. From the date and area, we can anticipate that Italian fundamentalist pioneer Benito Mussolini should justify basically a notice in the game, and the notes on the work area likewise allude to connections to the Vatican and the US government. The books on show are Ancient Circles, Myths That Mad, and Forbidden Stones. Rome isn't by and large short on ruins or a background marked by fantasies and legends for the game to pull from, yet the connections to the Vatican propose Indy could by and by be on the path of a heavenly artifact. As our author Alyssa Conte noted in her Indiana Jones game mystery trailer Profound Plunge, Italy is home to ancient stone dividers specked across called Cyclopean ruins, birthed stories that the terrains were once occupied by monsters. A portion of those Cyclopean ruins can be tracked down right external Rome in West Focal Italy. Information about the release date of the game Indiana Jones. Another Indiana Jones game with a unique story is being developed from our studio, Machine Games, and will be later delivered by Todd Howard, in a joint effort with Lucasfilm Games, tweeted Bethesda when the game was declared. It'll be some time before we have more to uncover, yet we're extremely eager to share the present news. So no delivery date was given for the game. We're actually sitting tight for refreshes on space RPG Starfield and The Elder Scrolls 6, so the Indiana Jones game joins the huge record of forthcoming Bethesda titles that we're frantic to find out about. While we don't have a precise delivery date the present moment, there is another Indiana Jones film underway. While the film was scheduled to deliver in 2022, it's since been postponed to June 30, 2023. To integrate with the promotion of the film, it very well may be some time until we see the game delivery. Indiana Jones game release platform. Since this is a Bethesda title, the new Indiana Jones game could be Xbox Series X and PC selective, which makes one wonder of whether PS5 players will get an opportunity to play the Indiana Jones game. Microsoft purchased Bethesda for $7.5 billion last year, the restrictiveness of all its future titles and uncertainty. A new digital broadcast proposed that the game would be Xbox Select, yet that hasn't been affirmed by Bethesda at this point. If you are watching this video on Facebook, please like and subscribe to our Facebook page. And if you are watching this video on YouTube, please click on the like button and do subscribe for the latest update.